Good morning, everyone. My name is Joel. I'm going to start a series of flights today that take us up the eastern seaboard of the United States. We're going to go ahead and start here in Miami and work our way up towards Portland, Maine, and possibly beyond. But the first part of this is going to take us up to Daytona Beach International Airport. So let me get inside the plane here, and so we don't have quite as much noise, and we'll see what happens here. Okay. So today we're going to use the Cessna Citation CJ4 jet aircraft. This will get us to and from our destinations pretty quickly, and if we go up further into Canada and get some smaller airports, we may have to change the airplane that we're on, but let's go ahead and get started and see how this goes. So we'll go ahead and turn on our battery and avionics to dispatch. Okay, flight plan. KMIA. There we go. KDAB. Execute that. Okay. Let's see, I think we're going to probably depart on runway 8 right or left. I'm not, probably 8 right, but we'll see what happens here.
Cessna with Echo request taxi for takeoff, departing straight out.
Cessna taxi to and hold short of runway 8 right via taxiway 12 November.
Okay. 8 right is correct. I better answer.
Taxi to and hold short runway 8 right using taxiway 12 November Papa Mike 1 Cessna.
Okay. Alright, so runway 8 right. And let's see, Flamingo 2. Okay, and Waypalm is our transition. There we go. Waypalm. Okay, so our first stop is going to be Volca. After that, okay, our next waypoint is going to be, actually we're not going to, we have an airway after that, T208. So we'll go T208. And that's going to be to Smyrna. SMYRA. There we go. Execute. And now let's see what. Right now it's showing runway 7 left for our arrival in Daytona. I do want to check that out and make sure that that looks legit before we take off. 7 left. That actually doesn't look good. That takes us landing with the wind. So we're going to go with 25 right. Actually, we're going to change that to 25 right for landing. So before I go any further, I'm going to edit that in my sim brief. 25 right. I usually don't make that mistake, but they did this time. 25 right.
Miami ground American Niner 27 requesting pushback.
There we go. So we'll go ahead.
American Niner 27 pushback request accepted.
Arrival in Daytona is 25 right. ILS 25 right. And there's not going to be a star for this. So we'll just go ahead and execute it like it is. Okay. There we go. Let me take a look and see how this looks here before I go any further. Alright, we take off 8 right from Miami. Look this way. I'm going over towards, looks like we're going inland a little bit. Going right over Lake Okeechobee, it looks like.
Miami ground American Niner 27 requesting the end of pushback.
Yeah.
American Niner 27 request to end pushback received.
Okay, and then we're going to come in at 25 right, so we're going to have to,
Miami ground American Niner 27 with Echo ready to taxi IFR. American Niner 27 taxi to and hold short of runway 8 right via taxiway 6 November Papa Mike 1. Contact tower on 118
Okay, so
when ready.
let's go ahead and take a look at this. We are going to have a
Taxiing hold short runway 8 right using taxiway 6 November Papa Mike 1.
flight discontinuity to get to landing, and that's fine. So we're going to leave it like that. Once we get to Smyrna, then we'll cut over and hook up with Riney and come in for our landing off the ocean there. Perfect. Okay. Alright, let's get everything else set up on the plane. And we're not going to go above 10,000 for this flight, so we can kind of get to kind of see what we're doing here. Alright, so 10,000. And I think we've got 10 passengers today, so yeah, we got 10 passengers today. Cargo 100. That looks good. Okay, the winds are going to be 050 at 04. Outside air is 31 degrees Celsius. And 30.07 for the pressure. There we go. Let's see what we got next here. Okay, we're gonna send our takeoff reference over to the main screen once we get that fired up. We're gonna rotate out at 112. There we go. And we've got that done. So let's go ahead and fire up the engines there. Okay, a few boosters on for engine 1, or engine 2. Okay, that's done. We'll go ahead and start engine 1. Going. Pitot tubes are on. Pitot tube heat is on. Seat belts on. Go ahead and turn everything else on here. Okay, we got that. Now let's get all of our control settings here. Flight director goes on. And we're going to put our heading towards the first waypoint, which is going to be the sea salt here, and that's going to be .009. Okay. So let's go ahead and put our heading at 009, which is almost due north.
Miami ground American 2217 requesting pushback. American 2217 pushback request accepted.
Okay, and then now we're going to go ahead and set up the heading right there. We got the heading going, and the nav should kick, LNAV 1, that'll kick in after we get going towards the first waypoint. Flight level control, we're going to set that, or we're going to set our speed for 240 until we reach 10,000. Okay, and then set VNAV on. Okay, so now we're pretty much set to go. So we're gonna head on over to runway 8 right.
American 2217, Pateco ready to taxi IFR. American 2217 taxi to and hold short of runway 8 right via taxiway 6 November Papa Mike 1. Contact tower on 118.3 when ready. Miami ground envoy 3861 requesting pushback. Envoy 3861 pushback request accepted. Taxiing hold short runway 8 right via taxiway.
Oh yeah, we got a couple things left to do here. We need to flaps for takeoff here, and we got to set our trim, which on this plane is located right in here. So get that right in the middle of the green. There we go.
Miami ground envoy 3861 requesting the end of pushback. Envoy 3861 request to end pushback received.
Alright, so we gotta get over to 8 right. So we're gonna go straight ahead and go left onto taxiway M,
Pateco ready to taxi IFR.
and that should take
Envoy
us.
3861 taxi to and hold short of runway 8 right via taxiway November 5 Mike 1. Contact tower on 118.3 when ready.
So it should take us right there. Let's see what we can do.
Taxi to and hold short runway 8 right using taxiway November 5 Mike 1 envoy 3861.
Let's get this show on the road. should be taxiway M right here.
Approach Frontier Flight 4406 is passing 6,500 feet, descending 2,000 feet. Frontier Flight 4406, approach altimeter 30.07 radar contact, continue. Approach Bombardier November 3032.
Tune to the tower.
Approach altimeter 30.07 radar contact, continue to LAYDN. Miami Tower, American 15126 miles east inbound, ILS runway 9er approach. American 1512 Miami Tower. Altimeter 30.071057 and 4. Cleared ILS runway 9er approach.
A lot of traffic today in Miami.
103 contact Miami departure on 125.5. Good day. Frontier Flight 4406 traffic in sight.
By the way, we are on we are in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, in case you haven't guessed. I haven't made the jump yet to 2024. I'm just gonna wait for a little while until they get some of the bugs worked out. But I'm really still enjoying flying 2020. It has pretty much everything I need.
Frontier Flight 4406 airport is 26 miles. It's your 10 o'clock. Maintain present heading and altitude. Report runway in sight. Maintain present heading and altitude. Frontier Flight 4406. Frontier Flight 4406 has the runway in sight. Frontier Flight
I'm going to try to
4406
follow that American Airlines flight right in front of us.
Contact Miami Tower on 123.
There to the runway.
Maintain present heading and altitude. Tower on 123.9er Frontier Flight 4406.
Looks like there's another one on the left-hand side too that wants to get in here. I'll probably let him cut in here since he's ahead of me. I'm not quite sure what kind of a plane that. I mean, it looks like American Airlines, but it doesn't have their latest logo. Oh, we got rid of some of the planes in front of us. I'm going to go ahead and pause this video until, so it looks like it might be a few minutes before we get clearance to take off here. So I'll join you shortly.
Jessica 103, contact Miami departure on 125.5. Good day.
Tower Cessna ready for straight out departure at runway 8 right.
Cessna 1057 at 4. Departing straight out the road. Cleared for takeoff runway 8 right. Going to 125.5 Cessna 103.
Cleared for takeoff runway 8 right Cessna.
I'll try to get out of here so before that plane comes in.
American 1512, did you copy? Bravo Air Tree Tango Golf, you are 13 miles west of Tamiami. Contact Tamiami Tower on 118.9.
Oh, I forgot to set my altimeter here.
Leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Miami Tower Cessna frequency change. Palm Beach approach Cessna is type Cessna C25 C2 miles east of Miami 1,800 feet. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace.
Alright.
Cessna Palm Beach approach. Squawk 0064.
Squawk 0064 Cessna.
Cessna radar contact 4 miles east of Miami 2,100 feet. Clear to the Bravo airspace.
Cleared through the Bravo airspace Cessna.
Alright, we gotta get going here, so. I'm gonna have to force my airspeed up here.
Cessna contact Miami approach on 119.15. Good day.
119.45 Cessna. Goodbye. Miami approach Cessna 2,300 feet.
Cessna Miami approach altimeter 30.0.
Beautiful coastline of Miami.
Miami approach Cessna 3 miles south of Kilo Bravo India Charlie request IFR Daytona ready to copy.
Cessna is cleared to Daytona Airport as filed. Squawk 0064.
Cessna cleared to Daytona Airport is filed. Squawk 0064.
Cessna read that correct. Radar contact 3,600 feet. Altimeter 30.08 continue to Delta turning and following heading 325 climb and maintain 16,000 feet.
Continue to Valka turning and following heading 325 climb and maintain 16,000 feet Cessna.
Cessna climb and maintain 10,000 feet.
Okay, so
American 15465 and maintain flight level 290.
we're gonna go turn left and head towards Lake Okeechobee, the largest lake in Florida.
American 1546.
And then after that,
American 1546.
we will turn to the right and head towards the airport, Daytona, back to the beach.
Climb and maintain flight level 350, American 1546.
There we go. Make our turn away from the ocean temporarily.
Cessna contact Miami Center on 123.775. Good day.
123.775 Cessna. Goodbye.
Cessna 5 Juliet Sierra contact Miami approach on 125.75. Good day.
Altitude.
Climb and maintain 10,000 feet Cessna.
Miami Center, American 3290, flight level 20.
Okay, so let's go ahead and turn off
3290,
any lights that don't need to be turned on. And also, we're just approaching our cruising altitude, so we're going to turn off the seatbelt sign for now. Let's see, so we're going to be coming in 25 right, it looks like. I'm going to double check the weather over there, make sure that still holds up, because we did have to change that once. Oh, the weather has changed, the wind speeds have changed again, so we're going to set that up for 7 left right now. So let's go ahead and take care of that. A little bit too fast there. Alright, so 3.
Miami Center, American 604, descending 14,300 feet, descending 2,000 feet. American 604, Miami Center.
Alright, so we're going to change that from 25 to 7 left. And, because it won't be too long before we get there, so I don't think it's going to change again. You never know.
Cessna traffic is 11 o'clock, 4 miles and 13,700 feet flowing. Report them in sight.
Cessna have the traffic.
American 604 traffic is 7.
We do not have any stars for this.
25 feet. Report them in sight.
Let's see. We do have a transition to Smyrna.
Miami Center, American 411 is passing 2,200 feet, climbing 8,000 feet.
Cute.
411 Miami Center, altimeter 30.07 radar contact, continue to IFR. Cessna contact Miami Center on 132.15.
Take a quick look and see how that looks here.
132.15 Cessna. Goodbye. Miami Center Cessna 10,000 feet.
We're going to be hugging the coastline there. We're going to 7 left. crazy when it gets smarter.
Going to 132.45 American 357.
Okay, let's take a look again on this flight plan. Okay, so
Miami Center American 411 is at 2,900 feet, climbing 8,000 feet. Envoy
we're gonna just
4215
go
maintain
to.
flight level 350.
We have this in here twice, so let's just go ahead and
Miami Center altimeter 30
in there.
decimal 07 radar contact. Continue to LAFR. American 1900 climb and maintain flight level 350.
There we go.
Cessna contact Miami Center on 132.45. Good day.
Going to 132.45 Cessna. Miami Center Cessna 10,000 feet.
American 1157 climb and maintain flight level 320. Cessna Miami Center altimeter 30.07 radar contact. Continue to
I don't see any flight discontinuity, so we'll see how that works out.
climb and maintain flight level 320 American 1157.
Let's see how it's going here. We're gonna speed up a little bit again.
American 1157 contact Miami Center on 132.4. Good day.
I see that's when it happens.
Going to 132.4 American 1157. Miami Center American 357 flight level 360. American 357 Miami
Oh,
Center
I see.
radar contact. Continue to minutes.
There. Alright, looks good enough. Alright. So we're getting close to flying over Lake Okeechobee. And there it is, right in front of us there.
123.77 flight. Good day. American 357. Goodbye. Miami Center Piper November 35705 2,000 feet. Piper November 35705 Miami Center altimeter 30.07 radar contact. Continue. Miami Center Piper November 647 Foxtrot Tango is at 3,500 feet, climbing 4,000 feet. Piper November 647 Foxtrot Tango Miami Center altimeter 30.06 radar contact. Continue. Piper 705 contact Miami Center on 127.2.
Okay.
Good day.
Alright, 7 left.
Going to 127.2 Piper 705.
ATAB.
Miami Center Aeromexico 20 Heavy is passing flight level 375, climbing flight level 380.
Alright. Frequency for 7 left, it's going to be 109.7. So let's go ahead and get that set up right now. I'm going to use this one over here to set that up. Off to the right here. So 109.7.
Cessna 27 Zulu, you are
put that right under nav 1. Alright, got that taken care of. Lived in Florida for several years. I lived in West Palm Beach, North Palm Beach area, and went to school at University of Florida. The only thing I couldn't stand was the humidity because I was miserable all the time, my sinuses, so moved to live in Arizona now, and all those problems went away with the dry air in Arizona. So we're not too far from Orlando, actually, just a little further inland. Over there is Orlando area. Orlando International Airport. So as soon as we get to this waypoint, which is in 29 miles, then we're going to head for the coastline. We're currently about 168 miles from the airport. A few clouds in South Florida, but everything pretty clear in this part of the country. So this is going to be the first leg of hopefully many more to come. Tomorrow we're on the next flight. We'll take off from Daytona International and head to parts unknown at this time, but somewhere hugging the coastline. see what area we're flying over. This looks like there's a town down below us here.
Delta 2836 Heavy, contact Miami Center on 132.25. Good day. 132.25 Delta 2836 Heavy. Goodbye. Cessna contact Miami Center on 132.25. Good day.
Going to 132.25 Cessna.
Not quite sure what that. Oh, it's the town of Okeechobee. There you go.
Cessna Miami Center altimeter 30.5.
Okeechobee City, down below us. We just passed over. Not very big.
Miami Center on 127.2. Good day.
127.2 Cessna. Goodbye. Miami Center Cessna 10,000 feet.
Cessna Miami Center altimeter 30.08 radar contact. Continue to Malco. Cessna contact Miami Center on 132.25. Good day.
132.25 Cessna. Goodbye. Miami Center Cessna 10,000 feet.
Cessna Miami Center altimeter 30.08 radar contact. Continue to Malco. Miami Center Piper November 623 Foxtrot Tango 2,000 feet. Delta 80 Delta contact Miami Center on 124.1. Good day. Piper November 623 Foxtrot Tango Miami Center altimeter 30.08 radar contact. Continue. Going to 124.1 Cessna 80.
Alright, so we are heading to coastline. We're going to follow the coastline until we get to the airport, and then we're going to get lined up with runway 7 left.
Bombardier November 511 Whiskey Miami Center radar contact. Continue. Boeing 8 Charlie Mike contact
Unless
Miami
ATC
Center
gives us a different runway, we'll try to honor that if we can.
Miami Center Rouge 1830 flight level 3.
Try to make this as realistic as possible.
1830 Miami Center radar contact. Continue to that. 132.45 Boeing 8 Charlie Mike. Goodbye.
Alright, we're 129 miles yet from. So we still got a little ways to go yet. But I am going to drop down to 5,000 so that we can get a better look at what's down below us in the coastline. So let's go ahead and do that right now.
Miami Center JetBlue 133 is passing flight level 200, climbing flight level 310. JetBlue 133 Miami Center radar contact. Continue to wait us. Boeing 6 Charlie Mike contact Miami Center on 132.45. Good day. Delta 2836 Heavy contact Miami Center on 124.1. Good day. Going to 132.45, Boeing 6 Charlie Mike.
Okay, we can actually turn on our landing lights.
Continue on 1,200 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain 10,000 feet altimeter 30.08.
Seat belts. Go on.
Miami Center on Columbia 4408 is passing flight level tree 10, climbing flight level tree 10. On Columbia 4408 Miami Center radar contact, continue to check.
Climb and maintain 10,000 feet, Cessna.
We are coming up on the coastline.
Delta 582 contact Miami Center on 132.15. Good day. On Columbia 4408, you are 5,600 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain flight level tree 10, key to speed down about 280 knots. Cessna, please expedite your climb
Altitude.
1,000 feet. Climb and maintain flight level tree 40, key to speed down about 280 knots on Columbia 4408. Hypertree Foxtrot Tango contact Miami Center on 127.2. Good day. Delta 58 Quebec contact Palm Beach approach on 125.2. Good day. 127.2 Hypertree Foxtrot Tango. Goodbye. 125.2 Cessna 58 Quebec. Goodbye. Cessna, please expedite your climb 10,000 feet. Airbus 408, you are 4,400 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain flight level tree 40, key to speed down about 280 knots. Cessna contact Miami Center on 124.1. Good day. Climb and maintain flight level tree 40, key to speed down about 280 knots. Airbus 408.
Going to 124.1 Cessna. Miami Center Cessna is at 5,000 feet, climbing 10,000 feet.
Endeavor tree 118 contact Jacksonville Center on 134.0. Good day. Cessna Miami Center altimeter tree 0.08 radar contact, continue to welcome.
Miami Center Cessna. Request 5,000 feet.
Cessna climb and maintain 5,000 feet.
Climb and maintain 5,000 feet, Cessna.
Miami Center Cessna November 908 Uniform Papa is descending 3,900 feet, climbing 7,000 feet. Cessna November 908 Uniform Papa Miami Center altimeter tree 0.08
So we're roughly 99 miles from Daytona. Airport down below. That is Melbourne International Airport.
Cessna have the traffic.
I've got a little fog up ahead, but it was VFR conditions at Daytona, so we should be okay. Okay, so we can go ahead and set up when we start our final descent. We can be at 1,600 feet, so we're going to go ahead and set our altimeter to 1,600. And our altimeter, our altitude was at that 1,600, and the VNAV should start our descent automatically. Since we have that on, it says the path is open. We got a little airport up ahead.
Climb and maintain flight level 2201 Columbia 4408. On Columbia 4408, descend and maintain 8,000 feet. Miami Center Airbus Hotel Kilo 5408 descending 10,900 feet, descending 4,000 feet.
We don't figure out what that is yet.
Airbus Hotel Kilo 5408 Miami Center altimeter 30.
Okay, that is called Space Coast Regional Airport, KTIX.
Descend and maintain 5,000 feet on Columbia 4408.
That's where we're flying over right now. That is located right near Port St. John. That's the name of this town right here that we're coming up on.
Delta 2 Charlie Papa contact Jacksonville Center on 134.0. Good day. Miami Center JetBlue 138 is passing 1,000 feet, climbing 9,000 feet. JetBlue 138 Miami Center altimeter 30.10 radar contact continue. On Columbia 4408 contact approach on 119.4. Good day. Going to 134.0 Cessna 2 Charlie Papa. Miami Center Spirit Wings 1640 within 1,100 feet, climbing 12,000 feet. Spirit Wings 1640, traffic alert. Park lot less than 1 mile, 300 feet Airbus. Report them in
Okay, we're about 60 miles out right now, so we're closing in. Closing in on our destination.
Miami Center Bombardier November 4901 Quebec Sierra 2,000 feet. Bombardier November 4901 Quebec Sierra Miami Center altimeter 30.10 radar contact continue. One three 4.0 American 1629er. Goodbye.
Once we get to Smyrna, we'll make our turn inland to set up for the runway.
Bombardier 1 Quebec Sierra contact approach on 134.
That Smyrna is really for the town of New Smyrna. So I guess that's why they cut that, call that the waypoint.
134 decimal 05 Bombardier 12X Sierra. Goodbye. Cessna contact Daytona approach on 125 decimal 725.
Okay, Daytona approach.
125.725 Cessna. Goodbye. Daytona approach Cessna 5,000 feet.
Cessna Daytona approach altimeter 30 decimal 06 radar contact. Continue to OE.
I was hoping they were going to tell us what runway they want us on, but they haven't done so yet, as far as I know. I haven't seen it up here. I don't think so. We're only 45 miles out. I think we're going to drop down to 3,000 here. Making our turn now towards inland so we can set up for our final approach.
Cessna, you are 16 miles south. Climb and maintain 12,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 25 right approach via Oscar Mike November 68 radial 15
25 right,
Oscar Mike November.
Well, they changed it.
Climb and maintain 12,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 25 right approach via Oscar Mike November
Alright,
68 radial
25
15
right.
Miami Arc. Cleared to Oscar Mike November Cessna.
25 right. approach. Okay. Okay, so we're going back to the 25 right approach.
Daytona approach Cessna requesting vector to next waypoint.
Cessna continue to Oscar Mike November turning and following heading tree 19.
Let's see where, okay, so we're gonna actually,
Continue to Oscar Mike November turning and following heading tree 45 Cessna.
we're actually gonna, so we are going to come in over the water like we originally planned. There we go. So let's drop this down to about 3,000 feet then, because
Cessna, please expedite your
2,000.
12,000 feet.
We're going at 2,000 feet. There we go. And then our final will be 1,600 before we start our final approach. So it will be 1,600 feet.
Cessna, please expedite your climb 12,000 feet.
ATC wants the 12,000 feet. That's interesting. That doesn't sound quite right.
Altitude.
Okay, so.
Cessna, please expedite your climb 12,000 feet.
$25 right. Alright, did that? What is it? 25 right? Yeah, 25 right. So we gotta change. We're gonna see what that's gonna change my frequency here. Yeah, it is. Make sure that we got enough speed here. We do, okay.
Cessna, please expedite your
So
climb
we
12,000
want,
feet.
let's see, 25 right. Alright, we don't really have a, This is an RNAV. Let me see if there's a ILS 25 right. Yeah, there is. Okay, 109.7. 9.7. Oh, it's still the same. Okay, still the same. Alright, it's time for a start, our final approach. Final approach. Almost there. Alright, we can go ahead and intercept the localizer now.
Please expedite your climb 12,000 feet.
Looks like we're not doing a good job of intercepting the. So we're going to have to do this ourselves here.
Please expedite your climb 12,000 feet.
Localizer's not working out too well for us, so. We're only 10 miles from the runway. Make sure we get lined up here. Alright, gear down, flaps at full. There's the runway right there. We're going to just kind of use our instruments to get lined up. We're actually supposed to. Actually, we're gonna
Autopilot.
take over manual control now because we got to start our descent. We're a little bit high, so we want to get down here. Okay, we're no longer too high.
Please expedite your climb 12,000 feet.
Alright, we're in pretty good shape now.
Cessna, please expedite your climb 12,000 feet.
500. 500. 500.
It looks like we're gonna get a little bit low there, but very careful here. There we go.
Cessna, please expedite your climb
Daytona Beach.
Daytona Brown Cessna requests taxi to the gate.
Cessna taxi to gate 6 using taxiway Juliet.
Taxiing to gate 6 using taxiway Juliet Cessna.
Alright, so taxi gate 6. AJ. Let's see where that's at. Here. It's gate 6. Almost there. Go straight across to my right. Okay. Off we go. Gate 6. Actually, we can just go right. Yeah, we'll go this way. I think I see somebody over there. Oh, there's where they're at. Well, we can't really get over there where they want us to go. Let's see if we can get through this way. They didn't have a... It's kind of hard to tell how they wanted us to come in. There's no way to, with that gate there. This is the best we can do, really. That's all we can do. There we go. now. Lights are off. Off. And battery is off. And that is it. We're all done. So this is where we're going to pick off on the next flight if you choose to join us. The easiest way to do it is to hit the subscribe button, and then it'll automatically take you to the next flight after this. You could and I appreciate it if you hit the subscribe or the like buttons. That would help me out. And other than that, I hope you enjoyed the flight, and we will see you on the next leg of our flight from Daytona, heading northward up the coast, heading up the East Coast, and hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.